What's going on, Bills fans? This is Bills Latest. I'm your host, Michael Korn. We are brought to you by FanArc and another Sunday in the books. And the Bills have fallen even further down the playoff order. Man, just the year it should be a layup for this team to just get to the playoffs. It should be a no-brainer, no question. We're there. But they dropped 2 spots with everything that's kind of happened. Ravens are bouncing back up. The Jaguars are back up there. Patriots win again. Broncos were on a bye. They didn't do much, but they didn't need to. They're 9-2. Man, Chiefs win. What's going on? This is not good for Buffalo. Just 3 or 4 games ago, we were talking about just get healthy, get to the playoffs. But now what is unfolded? The AFC is a mess. It is a mess. It is up for grabs. Patriots, Broncos, Colts, you can pretty much guarantee they're in the playoffs. Other than that, it's a crapshoot, man. And Buffalo better not take any of these easy games they have coming up for granted, because they're now fighting with the Chiefs. They're fighting with teams they don't want to be fighting with for that last playoff spot. So it's going to be definitely interesting to see how this all unfolds and how Buffalo makes adjustments moving forward, and if they do make any adjustments moving forward. Because right now they're kind of getting lapped. They're getting left behind. And man, watching the Cowboys and George Pickens, hearing he's a potential free agent at the end of this year, I know the Bills won't go after him. Makes too much sense, right? A guy who's the biggest deep threat in the NFL. But no, we probably won't go after him. He costs too much. We can't afford that. We'll find a fourth stringer to surround Josh with. The Bills and their playoff hopes, man, they need to start focusing on game to game. They need to focus on game to game. They got the Steelers coming up. They need to stop. I'm starting to think that's been kind of part of their problem. They've just been almost coasting this whole year, thinking it'll be a layup to get to these playoffs this year. Easy schedule. We're not going to really need any help to get there. They didn't think the Patriots would be the Patriots. Yet here we are. It was looking like Super Bowl favorite. They were a Super Bowl favorite at one point in time this season to let's hopefully make the playoffs now. And that has to be a lot of coaching, a lot of in-house staff kind of stuff. Because they're not focused. They're not focused on a week to week basis, job to job basis. They're too caught up in all the other extra stuff going on. And they need to figure out how to just focus game to game, because that's the only real way they are going to be able to succeed and even make it to this playoff. Because the field is getting deeper. Like I said, you have the Chiefs breathing down your neck now. The Steelers are in contention. You're playing them this week. So they really need to just focus each week, handle the games they need to handle. Kind of like the Patriots did today against the Bengals. The Bengals could have and should have beat the Patriots, but the Patriots just came up big. Made the big plays in the big moments. And that's what Buffalo needs to start doing. And it's terrible as a Bills fan to see the Patriots have it figured out now how to win tough games. Tough games that you're supposed to win, but like any sport, the other team's a professional paid athlete too, so they show up from time to time. Those are the games that tend to be the hardest to get up for and to win. Chiefs, you got to worry about the Chiefs. Beat the Colts, one of the best AFC teams in the league this year. So they're going to be another constant threat, the Chiefs. So Buffalo, man, they just need to focus game to game. This week they got the Steelers coming up. We'll see kind of who we have on the field. We'll see if we see Keon this week. And if we do, is he any different? Because at this point, he's taking away touches from other guys. Like, does that mean we won't see Gabe Davis as much? Like, what is it going to look like? I'm very interested to see what they do if they even bring Coleman back. They might not even bring him back. If they don't bring him back this game, to me, that means they're over this guy. He's gone at the end of this year. I would expect him to be back this week. But we'll see. You bring him back, now you have just, what are we doing? Who is going to be playing there? And part of me thinks if he does play, he's going to have like this 10 catch, 105 yard, 2 TD game. Like just big game. And everybody's going to be like, told you so. Keon's the guy. And then I think we don't hear from him again. I think he might be the kind of guy that you might be able to get him focused for 1 week, maybe 2. I don't know if you can lock him in on a week-to-week basis. They haven't been able to in 2 years. And what does that show the rest of the players if you start giving him time over guys like Shavers who put in the work? You're kind of showing them that the work doesn't matter. And you can't even really say that the talent outweighs the work because there hasn't been any production there. So that's why, to me, this team, this front office, this coaching staff, I don't think anybody's on the same page. And you can kind of see it. You can see it in their behavior on the sidelines. Everybody kind of looks, even when they're up, it doesn't look the way it usually looks. Josh is usually more level-headed, even-keeled kind of guy. But when they're down, you can see the frustration in his face. So, boy, if Coleman comes back and does Coleman things and just doesn't produce, what's that showing the team? It's tough. Once you lose a locker room, it is tough to get them back. That's why I think they should have moved on from him years ago, McDermott. He hasn't done anything besides get to the playoffs, which I reckon most of that's just Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen has had how many different coordinators the whole time he's been here? So, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, they got the Steelers coming up for their next game. Again, another team they're now fighting with for that wild card. Rodgers was out this week with that wrist injury. We'll see if he's back next week. But Mason Rudolph, he's been around the league. He played fine today. He found DK plenty of times. Their run game, Kenneth Gainwell's not bad. So again, this isn't an easy game for Buffalo to win. The Steelers always have a great defense. TJ Watt's been on a wrecking spree lately. They always play the Bills tough. So this one, you drop this one, man. Now we'd be sitting at 7-5. So they can't afford these losses anymore. They need to come up with as many wins as possible to just secure a spot in these playoffs. Because right now they're number 7. They're the last team in on the bubble with the Steelers, sitting at 6-5. So it's a big game. It's a big game that most people probably didn't think would mean as much as it does this time of year against the Steelers. But we'll get more into all that fun stuff later on this week. Again, this is another Sunday in the books. This has been Bill's Latest. I was your host, Michael Korn. We were brought to you by FanArc. We hope you hit that like and subscribe button down below. It helps us tremendously. And we'll catch you guys again with some more content. Thank you so much.